folks, ladies and gentle cars, my name is Farkle8000, and welcome back to the Diecast competition series. It is time to get back to business in the regular competitions. We just finished Race and Land. We ran the mid-season tournament. It's time to get back to our regular races. But before we can begin the first half of round number 1 of July and August. We've got some late-breaking stories. The first one. After Hooters' victory in Race and Land, Venom has confirmed 2025 will be his final in the Diecast competition series. He said at the beginning of the year that when a non-Hot Wheeled competitor won a competition, that he was going to retire at the end of the season. And with Hooters' victory, Venom has confirmed that is unfortunately the case. Second, we have new rookies. We have 5 brand new rookies, bringing our total to 47. I believe we have Alpha, TT, Salty, Lickety, and 67 racing in the final few races of round number 1. So that will be later, not today. And then I want to point out this right here. This is the top 15 in points, or at least the top 15 in points that matters. This is my handwriting on a piece of paper that I have to try and visualize it all. This is the standings after Race and Land. You have Mock, Stingray, GM, Chomps, Carrera, Diablo, and Virtual are in. Polar, Elliott, The Bug, Sprinter, and Sunny are the first 5 out. Why this is important? The top 10, without a win, get in to the All-Star New Year's Tournament for 2026. So that is why, looking at this photo, Diablo and Elliott are underlined. They have a win this year. They are automatically locked in, but they are on this list because they're taking up one of those spots that another competitor could take. And that's kind of it. To be honest, late-breaking stories, there's a few of them, and they're all pretty big, but they don't take very long. So without further ado, let's get to racing. We begin the first half of round number 1, and the first of 33 races, by the way, from right to left, with Lantern, Oldster, Bullet, and Skull. Let's get July in August underway. It's Skull out the fastest, way ahead of the pack, but he wobbles on the side of the track. It's now Bullet beginning to pull away from the pack. He's way ahead, will claim an easy victory, and 3 out of the 4 competitors will finish, unfortunately, as per usual. It is Lantern, the odd competitor, out. In his last season in the Diecast competition series, he is unfortunately having a tough time finishing races. He has 12 points, I believe, has been unable to finish a single one, which is disappointing. Wish he could go out on a higher note. It's Bullet grabbing an easy victory, pulling away from the pack to advance to round 2. Next up, we've got Mini, Mustang, Bush, and Safari. An important thing to remember right here is that the DNF policy is now in play. It does not count for the first race, but from race 2 to the very end of the competition, it counts 100%. So if we see a DNF from here on out, that is a massive penalty, especially the later we get into this competition. It looks like it's Mustang and Mini with a slight lead, a bounce, and a wobble through the transition, but they're all clean. Mustang falls behind, Mini and Bush pull to the lead, and Bush will pull to the victory just a little bit ahead of Mini. It was Mustang who finally got through the transition clean, and Mini in the lead, but then they began to fall back one by one. It was Bush, the only competitor who didn't lose speed, and he's advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got 55, Blue, and Venom. Venom in lane 4, we now know, is in his final season in the diecast competition series. And it's Baloo, a huge lead out of the start gate, but now he bounces up on two wheels, but he saves it and is still on track. It's Blue in the lead ahead of 55, and she'll hold on for the victory. Baloo just got unbelievably lucky right there. Is unable to save it. Got a massive start. I'm not sure if he jumped the start or what, but a huge start. Just bounced big coming through the transition. Almost flipped, but luckily he is able to save it. Venom comes home in third. Hopefully he'll be able to get a win or two in the last half of this season here to go out on a high note. It's Blue getting the victory and advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Prime Target 96, Courtesy and Sports. And stop me where you've heard this before. Courtesy in lane number 3 is the first New Yorker out of 8 to run in this competition. The New Yorker who loses the most amount of spots or gains the least. Courtesy started up there and he has collapsed through the standings. He is dead last by a very wide margin. The competitor who could challenge him is York, but York has proven he can stay up there in the top 15, top 25. Unfortunately, it has just not been Courtesy's year, and it will likely be his last. Sitting here in lane number 3, I don't know, maybe he can get a win here. I don't know, I'm kind of starting to lose hope at this point. It's Courtesy with the lead. Sports now draws to him, a big bounce, and now Courtesy's on the side of the track in front of 96. It's going to be an easy victory here for Prime Target. Courtesy in 96 will finish the race, and Sports is going to DNF. I have no idea what happened to Sports there. Courtesy is just so tall and wide that I just could not see him back there. Maybe, I think it just, looking back at some replays, it was just kind of synchronized wrecking right there, and Courtesy got lucky enough that he bounced in front of 96 and was pushed to the finish line. Finishes second place, but off the track. It's an easy victory for Prime Target. He advances to round 2. Next up, we've got Siren 27, Zonda, and 30. It looks to be maybe Siren and 30 in the lead. A big bounce. Siren nearly flips. It's now Zonda in the lead, pulling ahead of 30. He'll grab the victory. Oh no! And Siren will bounce off his finish piece, roll long ways back down the track. He will unfortunately DNF. It's Zonda who gets the victory. I'm not surprised. Zonda, a lot newer, but still had a lot of challenge there from 30. It's a disappointing DNF for Siren. Came so close to winning. It's Zonda advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Citron, Driftrod, Cage, and Cheetah. Driftrod in lane 2, and Cheetah in lane 4 are rookies. Everyone else are veterans. So it's probably going to be a fight between the rookies, but which one is it? It's Cheetah in the lead. Cage on the side of the track. It's still Cheetah ahead of Driftrod. Citron the closest to the rookies. It will be Cheetah with the victory. I'm not surprised with Cheetah getting the win here. He's been a little bit faster than Driftrod all year, though both have been relatively disappointing. It's rookies 1-2. Cheetah gets the victory, advances to the next round. Next up, we've got Bones 5, Cruz, and Tootsies. It's Cruz, a big lead early, coming through the transition. He bounces. Now he flips onto his side. It's Bones and Tootsies in the lead. It's actually just Bones who'll take the victory, and Cruz will be stuck on his side about halfway down the track, will DNF. And I really had some high hopes for Cruz in this race. He has shown he cannot handle the outside lanes. He just clips the wall. He can handle the inside lanes. He's actually best in the inside lanes, but this time round just made a huge mistake, just got too fast of a start, and couldn't control himself through the transition, flipped its bones, shockingly, getting the win. You see his front tires here are all out of whack. You'd think that'd slow him down, but apparently not. He advances to the next round. We've got Department Loves Bolt and Sunshine racing next. Department in lane number 1 is the second New Yorker to run in this competition. He is very deep down the standings due to race and land, but he has been pretty solid all year long. He is very far away from where he first started the season, so really no worry for Department here. It's Bolt with the lead early. Department closest to him. Now Department flips onto his roof. It's a battle for second place as Bolt takes the victory. Loves will claim second, and Department makes a huge mistake. A disappointing run in race and land, and now he's going to make it even worse. He's going to get like 4 points max in this competition. Oh man, he needed to finish this race, finish it in second or wherever, because 20-something points, which is what he would be getting, is a lot better than 5 points, which is now what he will be getting. That is rough right there. I said he was in a good position, and I'm pretty sure he still is because of how he's done all year long, and I don't think he can fall far enough to be eliminated. This definitely does not help him. It's Bolt advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Rookie Strip Goldie Birthday and 37. And Race and Land was not very kind to the New Yorkers. 37 in lane 4 is the third New Yorker to run in this competition. The second New Yorker to run in a row. So let's see how 37 does in that lane, and if we can finally have a New Yorker advancing to round 2. Well, so far so good. He's kind of in the lead with Strip, and now he flips onto his roof, rolls onto his side. It's Strip with the easy victory. Birthday in second, Goldie in third, and as I was expecting, I don't know why I thought that 37 was going to be able to slide to the finish line on his side. And we have a second New Yorker DNFing. I was a little worried about 37. He has sometimes a habit of flipping onto his side. He did it in the first competition we ran. He's done it a couple times since. He's done it here today. Got lucky he didn't clip that piece on the side of the track. It's the rookie of Strip getting the victory. Has had a relatively disappointing season this year. A win right here. Maybe he's on the track to turn it around. Next up, we've got Pennzoil Evolution 13 and Pullback. We know that it's Pullback in lane number 4's final season as well. Evolution in lane number 2, it's not his final season, but he started the year top 10, top 15 in points, has had a terrible stretch of competitions lately. Hopefully, just like Strip, he can turn it around right here with a victory. It's Pullback a slight lead, and I mean very slight. It's even onto the flat. Evolution was on the side of the track. It's Pennzoil in the lead. It's a photo finish as they cross the line. It will be Pennzoil by just a bumper getting the victory. And I mean just a bumper. That was unbelievably close. Evolution started the season so well, and now is just falling back. Will be very deep. Going to be getting around 30-ish points, which is, well, not ideal. Pullback comes home and last, started as the leader, and then just got swallowed up as the race went on. It's Pennzoil advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Rookie Nightmare. Fins, One-Liner, and Spikes. I fear the rest of the field will have no chance, but Nightmare's actually behind. A big bounce there for Finns, and now Nightmare pulls ahead and will claim the victory. It's very tight for second. One-liner will take that position. I was assuming that Nightmare was going to win this race, and then he nearly proved me wrong. Had a slow start. It was Spikes and Finns in the lead, actually. Finns bounced big, Spikes just lost momentum. And sometimes starting slow is the best strategy. I think Diablo did that a lot last season. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Well, right here for Nightmare, it works. He's advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Toyota, Rookie, Ziggler, 156, and Dodge. And just like Evolution a couple of races ago, Dodge started the season top 15, top 25 in points, a DNF in June, a terrible race and land, and now he's nowhere to be seen in the top 25. Hopefully, a win right here will get him back going, because he started the year so well, was having such a good year. Hopefully, he can get back and continue having a great season. And it is Dodge, a slight lead coming through the transition, a bounce, and 156 body checks Toyota. Toyota falls behind, and he nearly wins the race, 156 that is, but Dodge will hold on for the victory. And what was that from 156? Just basically got saved right there by Toyota. 156 bouncing big right there. Probably would have flipped or gotten on the side of the track and DNF'd had he not nailed the side of Toyota, gotten him all out of shape. Ziggler bounced big as well, but it didn't look like he came close to Dodge. That was an odd sight to see right there, but luckily everyone keeps it straight, or at least everyone keeps it on track, and it gets it across the finish line. It's Dodge turning around his season, getting the victory, advances to the next round. Next up, we've got Jordan, Hendrick, Future, and Outlander. This time, last year, Future in lane number 3 was in the top 10 conversation, but she had a bad race and land and just kind of started to fall from there. Future isn't even in the conversation right now this year. It's been a rough one there for her, but so many competitors come back after race and land, uses this jumbled up field to get an advantage and turn around their season. A few competitors have already done that. Maybe Future can start doing the same. And it is a very even start. It's Outlander, a slight lead. A big bounce there by Future. She now straightens it up and is still slightly in the lead. A photo finish with Jordan. But Future will hold on to grab the victory. Outlander, the competitor who I expected to bounce the most, was nice, clean, and green. He comes home in third place. It was Future bouncing big, kind of knocked her back and behind. Outlander was lucky she was behind him, or else she probably would have gotten on the side and wrecked. Did not expect that from Future whatsoever, but she gets the victory right here. And like many other competitors in this competition, starts, or at least tries to start, to turn around her season. Next up, we've got Emerald, Speeder, Stunts, and Rookie 4 tracks. And it looks like it's Speeder, a slight lead coming through the transition, a bounce there for Speeder. 4 tracks now in the lead with Emerald. It's tight, coming across the line for every position, but they are still clear, and it's 4 tracks with the victory. I was not expecting this whatsoever. With 4 tracks as build, I was not expecting the Rookie to be able to really get the run through the transition. Stunts finished 4th in the very first competition this season. Would have expected more out of him. I mean, still, this is an impressive win here for the Rookie, who advances to the next round. Next up, we've got Baseline, Total, Minecart, and Redliner. And this is the earliest Baseline has ever raced in a competition. He sits in lane number 1 in this one, and has never, or had never, gotten double-digit or less points until Race and Land, the most recent competition we have completed. He got 60 points. First time he's ever been outside of triple digits, which is just incredible. And he's been racing since 2023 when point standings were begun, or had begun. It was a disappointing run right there, but like many others, can he win here, take advantage of the jumbled up field, and advance his way to the next round? I have a feeling the answer is yes, as he begins to pull ahead of the pack. A bounce right there. Minecart on the side of the track into total. It's an easy victory there, and it's very tight for second place. Total will claim that position, and a Baseline will prove he's still got speed, albeit he is racing slower competitors, but proves he still got a lot of speed because it was not a close finish, but just had one bad competition, and that one bad competition ruined him. He's on the right track now, advancing to the next round. Next up, we've got Nova, Falcon, Pattern, and Artie. Falcon and Artie, that's lanes 2 and 3, are rookies. Everyone else are veterans. And it's a false start by Artie. He's well ahead of the pack before they even started going. He's still in the lead. The pack cannot close, and Artie is going to get an easy victory, but through a false start. I know the Diecast Competition Series said that we weren't going to be doing redos, but I think they have to reconsider this one, as we can't let that stand. I mean, he held them off. He held off every competitor. He clearly has the speed, but I think it would be smart to redo it, and that is what I am being told. They're lining the competitors back up at the start line, and we are going to do it again. Artie now a little bit suspended in the air, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. I believe this is the right call, because although we don't want to be doing any redos anymore, that's not the type of thing that we want to stand. So now with the race redo, it's a lot closer of a start. Artie, though, still takes the lead. Pattern and Falcon on the side of the track. Falcon does straighten up, and it's tight across the line. And it is actually still a victory there for Artie, but it is now a DNF for Pattern. Although the results are roughly the same, I believe redoing that race was the smart decision. I mentioned it. We don't want to be doing redos anymore, but that's like if you get caught at the start line or something like that. A false start, we do not want false starts in the Diecast Competition Series. That's exactly what this was. It was a false start, whether intentional or not. That required a race redo. The results are still roughly the same. It's unfortunate that Pattern DNFs because of it. She's losing a lot of points here, but it is what it is. The redo was the smart call. Artie advances to the next round regardless. Next up, we've got Fender, Pursuit, Bronze, and Ream. And if this competition was happening before Race and Land, or if Race and Land didn't even exist, Pursuit would not only be later in this competition, but he would be in the top 10 conversation. Pursuit was like 7th or 8th going into Race and Land and had a bad competition and fell deep behind. I think he's got the speed to stay up there. Winning this race would help him, but he's got some tight competitors right here. Fender finished 4th in a competition earlier this year, so he clearly has the speed as well. And it looks to be Fender a slight lead, wobbling through the transition. Bronze on the side of the track. It's Ream in the lead, will take the victory. And it was very tight between Pursuit and Fender. Pursuit will hold on to second place, but where on earth did Ream come from? I was not expecting Ream to win this race whatsoever. I thought Pursuit was winning it. I thought Pursuit, or maybe Fender if Pursuit made a mistake. But neither competitor made a mistake. Bronze made a mistake. He finished last. Just didn't bring the speed. Ream does and takes a surprising victory. Next up, we've got Rookie, X-Train, Throwback, Proto, and Metrotech. And it looks to be Proto a slight lead coming through the transition, bouncing wildly, but she's still straight and on track. X-Train's the closest to her, but will be unable to get there. X-Train in second place is where the Rookie will stall out. Proto gets the win. Has been up there top 25 in points a lot of the season. Hasn't been in that top 10, top 15 conversation. Currently isn't, and I don't know, maybe this competition puts her into it. But had a quietly solid season. One of the best from the two who ran in the 2020 season. The season where the sister track to this one was run. And that's surprising considering Splitter, the champion that year, is nowhere to be seen. Same with Howler as well, who finished runner-up. So, Proto, having a quietly solid year, adds to it with advancing to round 2 in this competition. The hyper-analyzing and the conversations for the All-Star New Year's tournament for this competition starts right here. We've got Club, Polar, Patrol, and Shifter. Patrol in lane number 3 is the 4th New Yorker to run in this competition. Lanes 2 and 4 are rookies, but lane 2 is Polar, and he is the first competitor out. He is minus 18 in 11th place. He is out 18 points to Virtual, who I don't believe is running in the first half of this competition, or the first half of this round, and it is a relatively even start. Polar, I think, is a little further behind. Now he's on the side of the track. Patrol is on the side of the track as well. It's a fight between the rookies, and Polar will finish and win the race. Patrol will finish the race as well. Oh, he almost blew it. Oh my gosh, he almost blew it. He got on the side of the track right there, talking about Polar here. Got on the side of the track. He was able to save it and then drove to the win. If he keeps it on track, that victory margin is probably a lot bigger. Minus 18 to the cut line, sitting the first competitor outside of the top 10. A win right here will help him dearly. Patrol as well got really lucky on the side of the track, but was able to pedal it to the finish line, not becoming the third New Yorker to DNF in this competition. That is not something he wants. It's Polar getting fortunate and advancing to round 2. Next up, we've got rookies, High Tech, X-Racer, and Twin Mill with veteran Volks. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Maybe Twin Mill slightly ahead of Bounce there for X-Racer, but now he's starting to pull to the lead ahead of High Tech. He'll grab the victory, and Bouncin' coming to the finish line there for Volks, but he will finish the race. A huge veteran of this competition, of this series, not surprised he finishes last to 3 rookies. X-Racer advances to the next round. Next up, we've got M, Roofless, Flames, and Charger. And just before we get into the race, I accidentally forgot to put down the finish marker for Roofless. He's sitting in lane number 2. That's the same lane that X-Racer just won in, and there was a few things going around the house that distracted me, and I completely forgot. Let's get into it and see how this goes. It's Roofless with a slight lead coming through the transition. A wobble up on 2 wheels there for Flames as Roofless now is beginning to fall behind. It's very tight, a 3-way drag race to the finish line. And it's going to be Flames getting the win. And a best case scenario right there. A sad best case scenario, but still a best case scenario right there. Roofless very far behind the conversation, finishes last in this race, a very obvious last. It's Flames getting the win, just barely ahead of Charger to advance to round 2. Next up, we've got Howler, Spider, Taxi, and Copo. Taxi in lane number 3 is the 5th New Yorker to run in this competition and in this round. I think this is the most we've ever had in a round. But Taxi is currently sitting in lane number 3. That's the same lane that Patrol was in earlier, and Patrol wrecked and nearly DNF'd. Let's see if Taxi can keep it clean. And it looks to be a relatively even start. Copo now beginning to pull ahead as a slide right there. And Howler and Bat and Spider are locked together. It's going to be a win there for Taxi. And a close finish right there for Howler and Spider. Literally locked together. Howler getting off the track. And Spider's wheelbase is very long and just kind of got locked together right there. They could not separate, finished together. Howler will be given 3rd place, Spider in last. Taxi, a bounce coming through the transition, but all in all, kept it relatively clean, and I was a little bit worried as well. It was either the first or second competition, an early competition for the season. Taxi and Copo were in the same race together, and Copo wrecked and ruined Taxi's race. They keep it clean. This time round allows Taxi to advance to the next round. Next up, we've got Skyline, High Point, T-Rex Destroyer, and Fire. And it looks to be a very even start. High Point now beginning to fall behind, and now bouncing up on 2 wheels as it's Skyline in the lead. But High Point is right there and passes and takes the victory. High Point with the last second pass. I thought he was out of it. I thought it was Skyline for the victory. That is incredible. Right there, mentioned earlier, falling behind is sometimes the strategy. Well, right here, a High Point puts it to perfection. That is how a veteran wins a race in the Diecast competition series. That was incredible right there. There's no other way to put it. High Point steals the victory from Skyline and T-Rex Destroyer to advance to round 2. Next up, we've got Pace, Lightning, Rookie, Custom, and Plymouth. Last season, Pace and Plymouth were in the conversation for the top 10. Actually, Plymouth wasn't in the conversation because he was like 600 points ahead of the top 10 in 4th place. This year, Plymouth has had a rough season. Pace has been nowhere to be seen. Only one of them can win this race, and it's not guaranteed either one of them win this race, because I'm sure Lightning and Custom want to turn their season around as well. Not surprised, it's Plymouth with a slight lead coming through the transition, bouncing, and now Lightning and Pace stuck on the side of the track. It's a drag race to the finish line. Plymouth will take the win, and Pace will DNF. The 2 competitors I talked about at the start of this race. Plymouth gets the victory. He killed the competition last year with consistency. Finished 4th in points. This year, he's been getting killed with, inconsistency. And so getting the win right here will help him. Pace had a little bit more inconsistent 2024. Now, it was his rookie season. He's a sophomore now, but still having a rough time. And an even rougher time now as he is just DNF'd. Finishes last place by a wide margin. Plymouth advances to the next round. Next up, we've got Rookie, Blocker, Bruiser, Horseplay, and X8. And it looks like it's Horseplay out the fastest, bouncing, and Bruiser's on the side of the track, falling back. It's a drag race with Blocker and X8, a photo finish. It's gonna be X8 grabbing the victory. But Horseplay started with the lead, bounced, fell back, didn't get on the side of the track like Bruiser did. And Blocker, who beat Comic in his very first competition, your current points leader, he beat him in the very first race he ever ran, finishes 2nd in this one. I was expecting him to pull away, but X8 brings the speed, advances himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Hot Wheels, Rookie, Stingray, Rancher, and Bird. Stingray in lane number 2 is 5th in the standings, plus 62 to the cut line. And it looks like it's Hot Wheels with the early lead. Stingray draws even with them, and now wobbles a big wreck in the background with Bird. Stingray will win the race. Hot Wheels in second, Rancher in third, and Bird is going to DNF. And Stingray gets the victory. If you watched the mid-season tournament, you would have had the same feelings of me of worry with Stingray. Stingray been super fast, lights out speed on this track since competition number 1 of 2025, but she's been relatively slow recently. She was really slow in the mid-season tournament. I think she finished like 3rd in that race. It's like, where on earth did the speed go? Luckily, she brings the speed here, plus 62 to the cut line. She needed this win to advance to the next round. Next up, we've got Railing, Racer, 1, and Lefty. And it looks to be a very even start coming through the transition. Racer flips onto her roof. It's Railing in the lead, but just slightly as they cross the line. Railing is going to win the race ahead of 1. Wow. I thought 1 or Lefty was going to win that race. I was not expecting it to be Railing. That's impressive. That is super, super impressive there for Railing. Impressed by that speed to be able to get past that wreck as well. He was one of the closer ones to Racer flipping onto her roof. Gets through it cleanly. 1 and Lefty get through it as well, but don't have enough speed to catch Railing. Next up, we've got Rookie, Viper, Indy, Double Liner, and Gregson. It's Gregson was a slight lead early. Now Viper takes it over. Indy's spoiler falls off as Viper pulls to the lead and will hold off the pack across the line. Indy's spoiler falls off coming through the transition. He will be forced to push it across the line. And this is the second competition that has happened. He lost it during one of his landings in Race and Land. And the Diecast competition series, it looks like, has had enough. And so Indy is no longer allowed to have his spoiler. It keeps falling off. So he will be running the rest of his career, or at least until we can find some super glue to put it back on, without a spoiler. Indy comes home in last. It's Viper, just narrowly getting the victory. Next up, we've got Red, Hyper Ice, Pickup, and DeWalt. And it's a very even start. It looks like Red and DeWalt now pulling ahead. A big bounce for Pickup as now he begins to fall behind. It's Red in the lead, but here comes Hyper Ice and DeWalt to grab it from her. And Hyper Ice will steal the victory. I don't know what happened to Red there. She was leading the race, and I'm not sure if she clipped the wall or just wobbling back and forth, or just didn't carry the momentum, but Hyper Ice storms past her and steals the win. That's incredible. I thought DeWalt was right there in second place. Looks like he just drew even with Red and was unable to pass her. Hyper Ice steals the win, advances himself to the next round. Next up, we've got Stinger, 35, Drafter, and 28. And it looks like it's a very even start coming through the transition. A big bounce, and there goes Stinger. He actually saves it on his tires. A drag race for 28 and Drafter. And I think it was Drafter. It is Drafter who gets the win. Man, I thought Stinger was going over right there, flipping, but somehow he saves it. Hot Wheels has recently had his wheelie bar cut off. We need to repurpose that and add it to Stinger, because he keeps flipping on this track. Just barely saves himself this time. Crosses the line in last place. Drafter does exactly what his brother did. His rookie brother did in this competition earlier. Advances himself to round 2. Next up, we've got Rick, Johnson, Baskett, and Ladder. It looks to be a very even start. Maybe Johnson in the lead, bouncing through the transition. It's now Rick in the lead, but he clips the wall, and Baskett takes the lead and will hold off Johnson across the line. Ladder is able to finish. It's Baskett who takes it. It was Rick in the lead, and then he slammed the wall, hit it hard, and lost all of his momentum. Johnson passes him as well. Baskett holds on for the victory. We've got an all backwards race. We've got Brandt, Tire Pros, Rookie, Vintage, and White racing next. And it's Tire Pros, a big lead early, but now he bounces now in front of Brandt on the side of the track. It's a drag race with White and Vintage. It's very tight. I think Vintage will win the race. Tire Pros crosses the line for both Brandt and his own pieces, but because Brandt is behind, we will be putting Tire Pros in third, Brandt in last. That is a very frustrating situation right there for Brandt. Could have had the win, could have gotten the win, but unfortunately had Tire Pros directly in front of him. It didn't actually look like they hit at all. Maybe it's just the angle of the video, but didn't look like they hit at all. So Brandt maybe desperately trying to get off Tire Pros. Maybe they hit a little bit, but it's Vintage, the rookie NASCAR of Vintage, getting the win just barely ahead of White. The 33rd and a final race of the first half of round number 1 is upon us. It's another all backwards race. We've got Fastenal, Velvet, Confetti, and 222. It's 222 who starts in the lead. No one's really close to him. It looks like Velvet and Confetti get on the side of the track. It's still 222 in the lead. Fastenal the closest, but 222 is going to hold on for the victory. A disappointing run and race and land for 222 and Confetti. Confetti unfortunately falls to third place, gets passed by Fastenal late, but it's 222 getting the win, advancing herself to the next round. Hopefully eliminates a little bit of the sting from race and land. And here are your 33 competitors advancing to round 2 so far. If we've done the math correctly, there should be 33 more races to go in round 1, which means we will then have 66 cars in round 2, and then 17 cars for round 3, which then means 5 cars for round 4, and for the first time, we will be going to a 5th round in a regular competition, and we will be back to a top 2. Oh, that's exciting! I love the top 2. Top 2. It's not what we started the series on. We started the series with the top 3. But I love the top 2. Just 2 drivers going head to head. Probably half of that will come from this group. And if we have the top 4, definitely half of it will come from this group. I don't know who could win this one. I like Stingray. It seems like Stingray is back. Polar as well needs a lot of momentum. That was an impressive race by Strip. Dodge has been fast all year. Baseline's pulling the forwards. Artie didn't wreck, so you kind of have to look at him. I mean, Ream, there were some impressive races right here, and that really was a result of race and land. We've got some good competitors in this one. I am excited for the rest of this competition. Subscribe down below if you're excited too. Let me know who you think will win out of this group. We will hopefully have the second half of round number 1 up shortly. And until next time, my name is Farkle8000, and we'll see you later.